All right, in this video, I want to discuss how we're going to use this practice data to learn how to format formulas in spreadsheets. Okay. Um, this data is relatively easy. We could probably do it in our heads that if we add these two numbers together, we know it's 15. If we subtract the two numbers, we know it's 5, multiplication, division. We could probably do that in our head. But if these numbers were, really random numbers, we would probably have to get a calculator out or get paper and pencil out and do long division, do the addition, do the subtraction. Well, the power of spreadsheets is that you shouldn't have to do that. If you know how to do the math, if you know what addition means, if you know what subtraction means, and you know how to format formulas in a spreadsheet, you can have the spreadsheet do the work part for you. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. Okay, right now, if I change my practice data to 50, when I press return, you're going to see every one of these numbers change because the spreadsheet is actually doing the math for me. So I'm going to press return right now. Watch these numbers change. Okay. That happened because there are formulas in these cells, not numbers. Okay. I didn't type 55 in this cell. So if I change this back to 10, I didn't type 15 in this cell. I wrote a formula. So I want to show you how to write those formulas. Okay. When writing a formula in spreadsheet, number one, you have to start with an equals sign. So I'm going to type equals. And what I want to do is I want to set this cell equal to the value of this cell plus the value of this cell. So I'm not going to type 10 here because this value might change, but the cell location or the cell address doesn't change, meaning that this number 10 is located in cell D2. Okay. What I like is in spreadsheets, you can simply click on the cell you want to use. So essentially what I want to do is I want to set this cell equal to this cell. So I clicked on it, plus this cell. And when I press return, it does the math for me. I'm going to close this suggested autofill. Okay. Here, subtraction, essentially the same thing. I want to set it equal to this cell, but this time it's minus this cell. I'm going to press return. Did the math for me, shows the answer. Multiplication equals this cell. Now, something that you have to understand, to computers, multiplication is not X, and it's not the dot like sometimes we get used to in math class. Multiplication is actually the asterisk, which is Shift 8. So if I press Shift 8 and then select the next cell, press return, now it multiplied those two together. And then finally, we have equals this cell, and division is the backslash. Okay, so D2 divided by, it's kind of like a fraction, right? So D2 divided by D3, press return, and that is how you write formulas. And again, the power of formulas is we could change either one of these numbers and we're going to get new answers here. Okay, we could pick really random numbers and you're going to get the answers. Okay, so it saves you the arithmetic work. You still have to know how to do math. You have to know what division is. You have to know what subtraction is. You also have to know how to write formulas. But once you do that, then the table is going to do the math for you. So now that we've learned how to write the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, now we should be able to apply that knowledge to our single table right up here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is the price of lunch. You can make that up. You might not buy very much when you get lunch. You might get the regular lunch plus a special drink plus a snack when you go to lunch. So everybody's price is different. I'm just going to make up the price of 3.25. I'm going to press return. Well, we know that that is money. So I'm going to come up here and click on Format as Currency. So I'm going to click on that, and now we have money there. Number of days bought. You might be somebody who buys every day. You might be somebody who buys every other day. Maybe you just buy once a week. Again, this number of days. And that's what's nice about formulas, is that the data can change. And when you change the data, the answer should automatically update. So if I put 10 days in here in days bought, then I have to write a formula that multiplies the number of days times how much I spend each day. And of course, this is going to be an average cost. Yeah, I realize that you don't, but for purposes of kind of learning formulas, you just have to pick a price and you pick a number of days. What I'm going to be looking at is, what's the formula for this? Okay, and we know that we have to multiply them. So based on what you learned in this table down here, I want you to write the correct formula for this table up here.